Coming to the hospital, if we can talk a little about Zahra Hospital, and if you could just
Yes.
tell us about the history and how did you become a part of the entire endeavor?
See, why I love this hospital? Because it comes from a very long history of healthcare. Al Zahra Hospital in Sharjah, established in 1981, was the first private hospital in the entire UAE. It started with the vision of Sheikh Faisal Al-Qasimi when there was no private hospitals, and people were asking him, why would you like to start a private hospital in a country where the treatment is for free for locals and expats? The medicine is free for locals and expats. But he felt that there is something missing. I need to have better quality. I need to have better standard of care. And that notion continues to evolve with the history of Al Zahra Sharjah. And when they started Al Zahra Dubai, it was in a very prime location, a very well-built facility, equipped, state-of-the-art equipment, and staffed with best staff who are Western qualified, Western trained, best of all. So that provides an opportunity which is second to none for me to come and grow it. I joined them 1.5 years after the starting, and it was at the beginning of the hospital. So 2014, it's been almost 4.5 years with the hospital. I'm very proud of it, and we grow and build the hospital to become one of the top hospitals in Dubai now in terms of offering, in terms of clinical outcomes, in terms of patient trust. And not only from here, but last year alone we treated more than 21,000 patients coming for health tourism from abroad in the hospital. So it's really a very good journey, and we are proud of what we have achieved with Al Zahra.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so what do you think are the reasons why you're seeing this kind of medical tourism, this kind of numbers in terms of how many people come here as a part of the medical tourism thing? Is there a reason you could pinpoint saying that this is what Al Zahra is doing because of which people are reposing their faith on us?
So let me take it on two levels. One, at the level of Dubai in general. Dubai in general is attractive. It's becoming a destination. It's always on the top 5, 10, if not 5, of the most visited cities in the world. And the infrastructure is amazing. The touristic attractions are coming every other day. You get a new touristic attraction. And the country is very much welcoming, and it's the Emirate is very much welcoming. So it's very diversity neutral. So it welcomes people from all over. They live here. And that's something that the leaders of this emirate have intentionally done and planned. So now it's becoming a very well-known destination. So that provides you a very good platform to start with. Now, when it comes to hospital, the Dubai Health Authority have formed a health tourism council or a health tourism department that looks at all different healthcare facilities, what they offer, how they offer it, and at what degree they offer it, and then started to pick and select who from these 3,000 organizations will become the ambassador. So alhamdulillah, we were among the first 20 members who joined, and we continue to be member of the Dubai Health Experience of the health travel, health tourism department, and now the number has grown to 60 out of 3,000 that are recognized to be representing Dubai on that front. What we personally did is we tried to look at what Dubai can offer. For example, very popular cosmetic and aesthetic services. We do offer this at a very high level with a very, we can say, all services under one roof for aesthetics and cosmetology. And then they looked at orthopedics. So we developed our orthopedic services, and we become the only center that has accreditation in sports injuries. So we do both knees and shoulders with international accreditation. So it's not only that it's a lip service, it's international recognized international accreditation by the JCI. We also did some centers of excellence in gynecologic surgery, minimally invasive gynecologic surgeries, laparoscopic surgeries. So this is also a center of excellence. So you guarantee the outcome. So the people would come and expect what the service they will get and expect what outcomes they will get. We did also another center for obesity surgery, which is a center of excellence. Our cancer center is getting accredited next year, and it means that it will be, these are like hospitals within the hospital,
right,
which have their own structure, which have their own workflow, which have their own clinical outcomes, which benchmark their clinical outcomes against the best in the world. So it provides confidence and trust to the community, and it provides a good platform for the clinicians to work together. And the secret word is the teamwork. They do things in team. So there is not anymore physician that can work alone. They work in teams. They consult each other. They have multidisciplinary teams for decision boards. They take decisions based on evidence and based on their interaction in teams. So this makes a big difference in the way the healthcare is delivered here in the hospital, and it has taken the hospital to the next level. Yeah.
So in terms of healthcare as an industry, what are some of the challenges that you face? Are there any challenges as such?
Plenty. No, actually, healthcare is a challenging profession by itself. Of course, you get patients who are complex enough. You get surgeries which is complex enough. So you need to have all the time get updated and oriented about the developments that's happening. One of the problems that can be unique to here in Dubai is diversity. Diversity has its blessings because you're very culturally diverse, but it has also its limitations because you need to unify all those teams towards a certain way of doing things. People coming from the UK are different a little bit from people coming from the US, from India and from Jordan. So if you put them together in a team and they have their own educational background, their own cultural background, and you expect them to perform, it needs some time and it needs some standard way of doing things where everyone will converge rather than diverge. So this is a big challenge. The second challenge is to have maintain the retention of the talents, because again they come here as expats and they tend to stay for a short period, and you want that for healthcare especially, you need people to stay for long. And once it takes a huge effort to form a team, and then the more they move, you start over and over. That's a challenge. And nursing also there is a shortage in nursing, global shortage in nursing, and especially skilled nurses, and especially in special areas, critical care, neonatal intensive care units, operating theaters. There is a global shortage of nursing. It's also a challenge which we face here. And then finally, it's manage the cost, because managing the cost with the skyrocketing healthcare expenses, with the new technologies you want to add, you need to rationalize what is really benefiting the patient and what can be. We need to be more cost conscious now. So
the balance between the business perspective,
exactly,
as well as keeping abreast
and keeping the patient outcome and the patient safety at the priority. But then you need to also maintain the cost. That's a big challenge. I think this is a global challenge facing everywhere, but we are suffering here because Dubai is a bit expensive. Yes.
And any plans that Zahra has for the future which you would want to share?
Of course, we plan to grow our cancer program, which is already on a very solid grounds now, and we want to have a recognized Center of Excellence of Cancer for 2019. We also plan to grow our lab, and because lab, radiology, anesthesia are great support for having a proper service. We plan to grow our anesthesia and surgery to become what they call it enhanced recovery after surgery. This is where you try to manage the entire perioperative period, from the pre-operation to the operation to after the operation, in a very structured way that can lead to good outcomes and can lead to the patient get out of the hospital as fast as they can, because they need to go back to their normal lives, but in a good condition. Yes. You need to make sure that they are going. And that's a program which is the first of its kind in the entire Middle East. We will become the first IRAS certified hospital to manage that entire operation from before, during, and after the surgery.
So at what stage of?
We are in the preparation stage. 2019, inshallah, we'll have the cancer center and the IRAS. So that's our immediate
so an exciting new year.
Exactly.